He definitely is down on strokes now.
I gotta take a couple penalty strokes here, guys.
So let's play it as it lies.
You want to just leave that ball there and get a different one?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do the old drop over the shoulder in the drop zone.
Great. And cut to the next day. You guys all wake up and let's see. Give me spot hidden rolls.
Fail.
Perfect.
Rolling good today.
Made it.
Right. The only person who makes it is Dana. You notice that somebody's coming to check the meter. You also notice this person is an Oriental and has tattoos, which have been mostly hidden by his uniform and such. They look familiar to you, and he's whistling a happy tune, and he's got some sort of tool bag with him, and he's going off to check your meter around the side of the house.
I draw attention to it, to the rock and Glenn.
They're both
there's probably going to be
the Boy Scouts.
There's going to be probably a gas explosion in the house.
Oh, yeah?
Let's go get him. There's a guy out there with the Chinese tattoos.
All right. I grab my sword.
So you guys are wanting to grab weapons and go charging outside into your neighborhood and chase around the meter man for a while?
I was just going to open the window and yell at him.
First he's wandering around muttering, and now he's opening the window and yelling.
Get off my lawn!
No problem. That actually scares him off, and then you see the Rock with a sword charging, and that actually, yeah, you manage to chase him back to his car. He gets in it and drives away quickly, yelling something in Mandarin at you guys as he drives off.
Ooh, Mandarin rolls, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Fail.
Fail.
If only you spoke Mandarin.
Was it a proper utility vehicle that he was driving?
It looked like it to you, but you're not really sure. Could be.
Sword trick.
Sword trick.
Damn it.
Oh, big fumble.
Glenn goes, aha, and throws his sword out the window. Rock's like, whoa, shit.
Hell on the sword trick. Success on the sword trick. Yay. All right, so that's 9. That's 3 points left.
Glenn, what spell would you like me to teach you or attempt to while we're at the breakfast table?
Earth magic.
There's no breakfast today. Where the fuck is the breakfast? Where's Jim? What's going on? Oh, wait, fruit bowl. Yay, she's saved. Everybody else looks around for the bacon.
I have made my showing him the earth. Now I get to do the teach. Which isn't a good one.
Yeah. Jim said he was taking vacation.
Hey! You know earth magic.
Is that a crit?
Huzzah.
Well, I just had it at...
you should have it at 20. Yeah, you should have it at 20, because 20 is base for teaching. So yeah, it's... No, 10 is base for teaching. Yeah, okay.
In teaching, a crit doesn't really matter. Pretty much fumble does, but crit doesn't. He just learns it. Even if it's in halftime, teaching's only a few minutes in this campaign, so you can't really learn it much faster.
All right.
So for the rock, can he choose what one he wants to try, or
Yeah, sure.
have to do with it?
Well, does she need to make the roll separately for Earth Magic if she wants to teach it again?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So I'd like to learn some air magic.
All right, here's trying air magic.
Nope.
Didn't make it.
Cool.
Sorry, Rock.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll get it eventually.
Well, so you guys have apples or some shit for breakfast. Unless somebody would like to, there is groceries in the refrigerator thing, but it appears that normally the house has a lot of people in it, like there's hairstylists, there's personal assistants, there's all this stuff because you've got two B-listers that live here, and so they have staff, but they are all gone today. The house is pretty much just you guys because who knows why? Maybe they're all on vacation with Jim. It shows everybody serving Jim, and he's like, ah. But if anybody'd like to try a cooking roll, you can try to make some breakfast. If you're wanting bacon and you fumble your cooking roll, you will burn the kitchen because bacon has grease.
Jim said he was going to send a replacement. Apparently, he's a liar or forgot.
Or
they died.
Right.
Or maybe they're being held hostage. Let's not be too grim.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cook some eggs.
Give me a cooking roll.
Dan.
No problem. They're rubbery and hard, but it's egg-shaped.
I heard about this thing called drive-through.
Mm-hmm. There's a knock at the front door.
Could I get the text for the Earth spell before I forget?
That's a good idea. Let me pop that over to you real quick. Yeah. Earth. Copy. And I will also read it for the studio audience who is wondering, maybe they've just tuned in. Remove tracks. Casting time 3 rounds. Range 50-meter radius around the caster. Duration. Permanent magic point cost 4. Gets rid of all tracks, including broken branches and stuff of everything. There's a knock at the door again. Motherfucker won't give up, you think.
All right, I answer the door.
Some Chinese guy in a cook's outfit. Hello, he says, I am the new cook. I love Rock's expression. He's just like that. And then his eyes go down and he's looking at Rock's crotch.
Hey, my eyes are up here, sunshine.
He looks at you and he goes, but its eyes are down there.
Ignore that. Come on, you can cook for us.
Yes. I will come into your house now.
Wait, is he a Boy Scout?
Could be. He's bringing in some Asian gentleman who comes in and says, I will begin cooking.
Show me your tattoos.
What? I'm here to cook.
Look at his knuckles.
They look a bit roughed up. Maybe cooking is a rough occupation.
We're leaving. Just leave.
We are all going to become incredibly racist by the time this is over.
Hey.
Are you Chinese? Oh my God!
I had to apologize to China once already during this fucking game. So anyway, hey, you guys then all leave. It shows the guy like near the knife holder going, oh, and you guys all go out to the parked car and look at it. Give me danger sense rolls.
Success.
You're wondering if there's a bomb under it now.
All right, I'm going to get on my belly and look under the car and see if I can.
I made success at a quarter.
Excellent. Ooh. You're wondering if the Rock is planting a bomb under your car, or if somebody else has, because you know that people are now trying to kill everybody who lives here, and that's you three. Rock, give me a demolitions roll because bombs may or may not have the bright flashing light on the side to let you know that it's a bomb.
No, that's a fail.
Give me a mechanical repair roll to figure out what belongs to the car and what might not.
Do you know what you're doing?
Sorta.
Let me do it.
All right. You do it.
Right. He comes back out from under the car, and you get ready to go under the car or whatever. Although the bomb may not be under the car, it is bloody easier to put it under the car.
Demolitions. Fail.
Everything looks fine to you.
No. No bomb.
Get out of there. Let me take a look.
Cool.
I made it. I made demolitions.
Excellent.
I made my
Yes. There is some sort of extra device hooked up to the car. You're not sure if it's a bomb or a really big tracking device. You could attempt to disarm it. If you fail, it may set it off, or you could.
No, we just need a new car. This one's done now.
Okay. Unfortunately, it seems to be blocking in the other car from this angle. However, it is possible to go backward over the ramp, jumping the pit of spikes and down the other side of the ramp with one of the other cars in the driveway. Or, of course, you could drive over the grass like a crazy person.
I write a note.
Possibilities here.
I write a note on the windshield that says, "Don't use this car. It has a bomb on it."
That's going in for the next people who come over here and go, what's up with that? Okay, you leave a note on the windshield.
Let's drive around on the grass, fellas.
Yeah. You don't want to go for the pit in reverse really fast?
No.
No problem. You guys fuck up your lawn a bit. Who's driving? And also, before he starts the car, everybody looks at it and wonders. Because you just found a bomb doesn't mean that you've got several other cars here. But if somebody's really patient and evil,
danger sense. A fifth.
You feel that you should get a cab today. You don't know if anything's on this or not, but a cab sounds like a smarter idea. Or the limo. The limo could be good too.
Ooh. Who drives the limo?
Some fucking lady that you don't talk to or acknowledge in any way. You've seen her before.
She's not Chinese, is she?
Give me a memory roll.
No.
It shows the picture in your mind of a Chinese lady in a Boy Scout uniform. She says,
well, she probably won't blow herself up.
Unless she's one of those kamikazes, or is that Japanese? It shows like Boy Scouts and fucking airplanes. Yeah. You may have mental problems, you think. So what are you going to do? You're all gathered around the car wondering if maybe they have a remote detonator that they're getting ready to trigger and stuff. And he's like having flashbacks about Boy Scouts and shit. Buy these cookies.
Oh, the limo.
Cookies.
Have them pick us up down the block.
No problem. You call the limo, there's no answer. It shows the limo exploding when the phone rings and shit. You're not sure if that's what happened or not, but it would fit in with the day you're having. You're like, what a fucking day I'm having. It shows people on fire and burning. You're like, I have the worst luck.
All right, let's call the cab company.
No problem. You get a cab or whatever.
Cab company.
Huh?
A not Chinese cab company.
How would you like to? Okay, none of the cabs are like Happy Lucky Cat Cab Company. None of them are named that in the area. But there is a chance you might get a Chinese driver unless you want to say, "Look, I'm a racist. If you give me an Oriole driver, I'll slit his throat."
Isn't there an Indian cab company?
I'm sure that there is. Yes.
Yeah, we'll call them.
Okay.
All right, so I call Vishnu Cab Company, and
I love the name. No problem. Let's see. And Glenn, give me a luck roll. I just want to fumble.
Not a fumble.
So close. A guy who could be Indian or Indian mixed with Chinese or something pulls up an hour later in the cab. It's from Vishnu Cab Company, and he looks at you guys. Did you call a cab? And he looks at like the 8 different cars in the driveway, wonders about the fucking ramps with the pit of spikes, looks and notices one of the cars has a note on it, doesn't say a word. He's like, do you guys call a cab?
Yeah, pop the trunk.
He pops the trunk.
All right.
There's no ninjas in the trunk. This gives you room to put your gear in.
Good.
All right. We put our
Stuff
gear
in
in.
my backpack.
Yeah, you guys stick your gear in there, get in the cab, and he says, where to?
Burger King.
He looks at the fucking mansion you guys just came from and goes, all right. Drives you guys to Burger King. He's like, do you want to go through drive-through, or would you like me to wait in the parking lot, sir?
Drive-through.
He goes through the drive-through. You guys get food. You get a lot of food, putting on your credit card, and are eating in his cat. He doesn't care. He's expecting a tip out of this, so he doesn't really give a shit. Where to now, sir?
The skate park.
Which one, sir? There are 8.
The one that I know about.
It's near-ish a 7-Eleven.
He looks at you guys. Do you have a name, or?
Do you know the Go Die skate park?
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay. Let's go to the Go Die skate park.
Yes, sir. Cut 2. You guys reach Go Die Skate Park. It's the one where all the horrible massacres and stuff happened a while back. There are some gangbangers around, but not a whole lot. There's also, you notice, there's Batman over there and over there, and
Wrong
yeah,
bed.
you can see 2 of them from here.
Do they look like vampires?
Hard to say.
Is the sun shining?
Yes, but you're not even sure if Batman was a vampire or not.
That's right. That's right. They were just super strong and super fast. They might not have been vampires.
Dun 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 dun. So yeah, and there's also a group of 4 different Robins wandering around. There's also, you believe, a pedophile following the group of Robins as they're all wearing the green shorts, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and there's an Aquaman wandering around, and people keep yelling "fish fucker" at him. He doesn't appear happy with this.
Is that the classic blonde Aquaman or the new hippie brown-haired Aquaman?
Classic blonde.
Good.
Cab driver drops you off. One of you guys uses their pretty much free credit card. Do you want to give him a tip, or just tell him to fuck off?
Give him a nice tip.
He appreciates it and goes away. He makes sure, since you gave him a nice tip, that everybody gets their shit out of the trunk. So, isn't that helpful, you think? No problem. He also gives you a business card. He's happy to do any kind of crazy shit you guys are wanting to do, going through Burger King and getting dropped off in gang territory. He figures you guys are slumming or something.
I put his number in my phone.
Great.
I mean, my magic paperweight.
Great.
Done. Hey, Logan.
Give me a computer use roll, Glenn, to make that happen, as opposed to what did I just do to my fucking phone? Oh, well done. Great. Yes, Mr. Rob.
That lube thing I made, how big is it? Can it fit in the pack?
The what thing you made?
The luber? The jury-rigged luber?
Yeah, you can get that in there. The fucking handle sticks out a bit on the top, but that's no big deal. You can lube people up from a distance of 3 meters with that thing. You love it.
You got a grease gun?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because I got a guy stuck in one of those narrow crevices, and we had to grease him out of there.
Oh my gosh!
I thought we was gonna have to live there. I thought I was gonna have to bring him food like every day.
Oh, you don't feed him, so he gets smaller, and then he can fit out.
You've been reading Winnie the Pooh.
No problem. Getting in, especially with the tools and stuff you've got, it doesn't present any challenge. You guys are able to go into the sewer. You are currently in entrances in the shitty area of downtown near the Go Die skate park where everyone died. From here, you have either the passage to the oddly clean room where you guys killed a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Or you remember that narrow gap? It appears that somebody or something has widened the fuck out of it.
Ooh.
It looks like there's even pieces of rocks around, like somebody's just hammered that shit out, and it's much easier to get through. It's still contortions, but it's a contortions at plus 30%. If you can't make a contortions through that, you're probably shaped like Logan.
Yeah, we've been back there. There wasn't too much back there. There's a room with blue crystals.
I want to see it, damn it.
Okay.
There might be a clue.
Fair enough. Go ahead.
Also, let's get our night vision and throat mics and all that.
Are you guys using flashlights or going for the night vision?
I'm using flashlight.
So night vision's out since one person's using a flashlight, or you do a lot of stop it.
Use your night vision.
You do miss a lot with night vision, just so
night vision in a cave is probably not a good idea. I almost walked into a pit using night vision in the cave once.
So much.
Because they don't really show up on night vision. You know, big empty spaces, big drops, don't show up on night vision.
Well.
Fine.
I've had to use a lot of night vision. Didn't like it. Gives you a headache too.
Yeah.
Flashlights.
No problem.
Your radios and your mics set up.
Okay.
All that good stuff.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Sure. Who wants to do the electronics roll to make everybody's mics and electronics work?
I'm moderately okay at this. Want me to give it a shot?
Yeah.
Success.
All right, great. The range is really shit, but it's at least a few hundred meters underground. If you're above ground in the city, you get better range. If you're out in the country, you get even better range. But underground, it's it's not great, but if somebody goes a little bit ahead, you're not losing them immediately. So that's cool. It's definitely a big help. So you guys, everybody give me a contortions at plus 30 to get through the first thing. Let me know if you decide to use the lube gun on anybody. That'll give them a retry at a small bonus.
Made it.
Good.
Made it.
Good.
Failed.
Great. So the guy with the lube gun, he put his gear through first, and then he gets stuck. So you guys could literally hose him down with his own lube gun in some sort of poetic justice thing.
Do you want to keep trying, or do you want?
Lube me up. Lube me up.
Just like Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
All right.
Is that a roll or?
What's that?
The lube gun?
Oh, not at all. You just lube him up like a dildo. And go ahead.
Smurf Village. I remember Smurf Village.
Give me a new contortions roll, Russ. You're at a plus 35 instead of just plus 30 as you.
Success.
Excellent. Once again, the lube has paid off. You can never have too much lube. And from there, it goes to a long tunnel, and eventually you guys reach a maze. Who would like to navigate through the maze of death?
Would that be just navigation land?
Yes, that'd be fine. Or direction sense, right in.
I've got this mapped. Can I just use my map, or?
You can. It's been a bit since you've been down here. Do you want to let her try to navigate, and then you?
Sure, she can try to tech and navigate. Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, and I make it.
Excellent. Your choices are either you go down a tunnel to a cave in, or you go to strange blue caves, or long tunnel, or back the way you came, which is a different long tunnel.
There's the gazebo down that long tunnel.
Well done, Russ. Take a card for keeping
Bad.
maps and shit, Russ.
Some kind of monster?
Could be, not sure.
Is it scary? Does it cause sanity loss? Oh,
Sheila, which way were you taking them, by the way?
Did you want to see the gazebo, Glenn?
Oh,
Seem interested.
I think Rock mentioned the blue caves.
Yep. That's very interesting, too. I need to discard something, Logan. Can I have the card table back up for a second?
Yes. Bing.
All right. Done.
Sheila, it's all you. You've got the power.
Let's look at the blue caves.
Done. No problem. Everybody, let's see, except Russ, who's already been here. Give me a, where'd it go? Essence times 3 role plays. Is everybody done discarding cards? I will move you back so you can see what the blue caves look like as they are.
Oh, that's got to be Essence times 3.
I made it.
Take a check in Essence. Well done.
I failed.
You suck. Anyway, there's the blue caves there. And more information.
Wow.
Strange caves full of blue crystals. There's only one way in or out. When inside, according to Dana, no magics can, or it's really, really difficult to cast magic in here. It's a large system of 6 rooms, all made from these blue crystals. There's fresh water that bubbles up in a little pool, which fortunately nobody has washed in or taken a dump in, although it's been discussed. There's also a large blue boulder which near the way in, which could, by somebody freakishly strong or several somebodies or somebody with like the proper lever or whatever, could be rolled in front of the entrance in order to seal it off if they had the right tools or a lot of willpower to make it or strength to make it happen. So that's what's in there. The floors, ceiling, walls, everything is comprised of these strange blue stones.
You know, I'm going to leave one of Brown's shards in here.
He pulls out a rock from his pocket. You hear from his crotch, and then he drops it on the floor, and it seems to dissolve into the floor.
That was weird.
That's quite a savvy roll from you, but close.
This place is pretty neat. We should live here instead of the house where the Chinamen try to kill us.
It's not all Chinamen, Glenn.
What is it you and Chinamen?
Ones.
I thought it was Boy Scouts. Wasn't it Boy Scouts?
Yeah, the Boy Scouts of China.
The Red Scouts. Got it.
What a rotten bunch, you think? Where to?
Well, at least make a base camp here.
We've been here for like 5 minutes. Let's
I was
keep
gonna
it
say,
going.
you put a flag up? What? I don't know what a base camp is.
I live here now.
I am Batman.
We should have brought the Home Sweet Home cross stitch, framed cross stitch with us. Been hanging up on the wall.
I've got a tent in my backpack. I can set it up.
Okay.
You want to set up your tent here?
I can wait.
No problem. Yeah. By the way, just so the party knows, yes, Logan knows exactly where Batman fucking is. So enjoy. There are many, many things going on.
What were the other choices? There was the blue caves, and then one path.
There's long tunnel that you originally came in that has nearby a hole with lube scraped on it. A different long tunnel, which you had not been down yet, and a cave-in leading God knows where, if you can get through the cave-in. Which looks hard, because you may bring down the whole tunnel on you. Unless you have mining, and possibly something to help shore it up.
Yeah, I got a place where we can work on our mining skills if you want to practice mining.
That's a really good idea too.
It'd be worth a shot. We've got shovels and axes and.
By the way, Sheila and Scott, only give me empathy rolls.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys notice that the rock seems to be more relaxed underground with his native elements that apparently he was named after for some reason. He seems much more relaxed and at home down here for some reason. And he's giggling insanely for some reason.
Yeah. Finally fight through that withdrawal.
Not good, you're thinking.
No.
You're not sure if his penis is actually up the backside of the horse or not. That's a disturbing thought there.
I'm not thinking that.
All right. Are you? So, what do you guys want to do?
Move on.
Cave in or tunnel?
Let's look at the cave in.
I'm not skilled enough at mining yet. I'm still practicing.
No problem. They take you to a new place to practice and maybe die horribly. It appears to be a pretty nasty cave-in. Yeah, it'd take a while to clear, but if you do, great. If not, yeah.
So just be a mining roll.
Yes. The more you make it by, the easier it will be to get through. Unless you could bring down the tunnel on yourself, in which case you're not getting through shit. But with all three of you working and at it, it'll take a while, a few hours or whatever to get through there. But Batman could have somehow gotten through. Because he's Batman.
Might have collapsed it behind him with his bad explosives.
Mm-hmm.
Or a bicycle bill, something.
I'm just glad Batman's not Chinese, or that would really fuck you up.
It does seem like a bit of a Boy Scout, though.
I'm feeling lucky. I'll roll mining with my shovel.
Is everybody wanting to work on
I'll support.
Okay, before Scott rolls, go ahead and do your support. Sheila, are you wanting to get in on the mining?
I don't think I will be very good at this.
Supporting is a good way to build your
I will
skill.
support.
Success.
Mm.
I succeeded in supporting Scott.
Excellent. Scott, you're at a plus 5%.
Woohoo!
You want a skill plus 10 to throw on that, Scott?
Ooh.
Sure.
All right. Let's set up a trade. There you go. Trade me something.
Well, good news. While you're down here working on mining and shit, pretty sure that none of those Chinese Boy Scouts are going to fucking find you here. You'd be rather surprised if they're sneaking up on you at this point.
10. Fail.
All right, no problem. You don't collapse the tunnel on yourself, but you're definitely not making any headway. Anytime you pull out some rocks, more rocks take their place. It's horrible.
Okay. Let's check the other way.
You guys head back to the maze. Which way are you wanting to go? Fortunately, the rock seems to have a map of these rocks, and this map apparently rocks. So
There's only one way we haven't gotten. So.
Long tunnels.
you guys go to the other long tunnel, which eventually comes into a tunnel along an underground river with sightless fish swimming in it. From here, you can either, yes, she loves the animals. You can either go down a super slippery waterfall that looks super hard, but there is a rope set up to allow you to go down it. Or you can continue on toward a distant gazebo along the banks of this underground water.
I need to find out what a gazebo is. Let's go look at it.
You're not that old, Glenn.
You guys head over and look at the
Pretty
gazebo.
old.
It appears to be a stone gazebo with the roof, and it's got like the round part, little seats in there. And it also says Phil Poitier was here, and then there's a Kilroy picture, with the hands, the wall, and the nose and stuff. From there, the passage continues into a long, curvy tunnel. Or, of course, back the way you came. Those are your two choices from the gazebo. Or you could sit in the gazebo and have tea and talk bad about the Boy Scouts.
No, this isn't as scary as I thought it would be. I sit down.
The gazebo eats you. No, go ahead.
Roll for initiative, lucky boy.
Can I try like a spot or something?
What do you mean? You look around. There's nothing really wild here. It's just along the edge of this underground lake or water or whatever with the sightless fish. There's a gazebo that. Who built it? Why? And how they got it here? And all that whole mystery.
That's weird. So I think it might be hiding something. So I want to feel around and find the secret door.
I really like that. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden roll as you begin feeling up the gazebo.
Okay. Spot or feel?
Either one.
Made it.
Cool. You don't find anything really wild with the gazebo at all. It looks to be a perfectly ordinary stone gazebo. Were it in any other place other than here, you would have paid it no second attention. But who built it? Why? And why are people already putting graffiti on it? All these questions and more. It's a mystery.
I'm over by the waterfall, and I want to see if I can look behind it.
For that, you would need to climb partway down it. It looks like it could be a really nasty fall if you were to fall off of it. But if you climb partway down it, you can try to see if there's anything behind it. The rope will help. Somebody set up a rope. It's not too old and rotten yet.
I'm going to try.
Give me a climbing roll at plus 10% due to rope. Of course, needless to say, you're getting wet as hell on this thing, but...
Well, I put on my poncho.
Yeah. It just shows you getting hit in the face with buckets of water and you're trying to look behind the waterfall. You're like, the poncho's helping. No problem.
I did make it.
Yes. There's nothing behind this particular waterfall, but take a card for thinking of that. That's excellent. I will move the picture back so you can discard shit easier. There you go. So she's wandered off and disappeared. You other two have no idea where direction she went, but where could she be now? She couldn't be anywhere.
Tracking.
I check that out. Where did Dana go?
Oh, there she is. She's hanging on the edge of the waterfall, sticking her head into it, going, then pulling her head out, gasping for air a few times, going, I'm going to find out.
What are you doing?
I climb back up.
You guys looking. All right.
I was the weirdo. What?
Her hair's just a wee bit wet. No problem. By the way, going down, it did look like it led into a tunnel and stuff.
Yeah, there's stuff down there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Anything interesting?
It was a skeleton stuck in a crack.
Huh.
We never really got through the. We might be able to get through the crack. We never actually tried.
Okay. You didn't feed that guy.
You waited too long.
We don't talk about Paul.
Oh.
Well, that way looks much rougher, or you could just continue down that long curvy tunnel. Either way.
No.
Multiple directions you can go as you're in the exploration of the sewer.
Well, there's stuff down the tunnel too. We can check out the Kirby tunnel.
The climb roll to go down the rope?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, hell yeah.
Plus 10?
Uh-huh.
Wait.
Unless you don't want to use the rope and just throw yourself off. Yeah, that's fun, too.
I'll climb.
He chooses the harder of the two passages, climbs down the rope. Let's see if he falls to his death.
Made it.
Yeah, damn. Right. Anybody else want to go back down there?
I'll go with him. Made it.
Great. That only leaves one person who's standing there sopping wet in a sopping wet poncho.
I'm already wet. I make it.
Cool. You guys are all in tunnel leads to a big waterfall room. Only exit is scaling the waterfall. From here, you can go into natural tunnel. You guys go into natural tunnel, and then there are two different ways you can go, either toward a cave or contortion rock with bony foot sticking out of it.
Want to try and widen this sucker?
I already got a check in contortions.
Right.
Let's look at the cave first, and then we'll see the...
Glenn, do you know what you're doing with the pickaxe?
Is that mining?
Yeah.
Actually, Sheila, if you wanted to walk over and look at the cave while they're getting ready to just start beating on the rock with their pickaxes, it's not that far.
Yes.
Yeah,
You find that, Sheila, you find it's a small cave with vents for fresh air and a small pool, and mushrooms are growing there. If you were willing to accept a certain lifestyle, you could live here for some time, unless, of course, the mushrooms are poisonous, in which case it would be less time. But meanwhile, you other two, who's doing the primary mining role?
I'll support Rock this time.
Excellent.
Right.
Go ahead and give me that supporting role there. See how you're doing.
No.
I'll come back out and see if I can help.
Great.
I don't help you.
No,
I
you
believe
don't.
that's a -10 on Russ's roll now.
Yep, that's a fail. I failed.
No problem. You didn't fail quite bad enough. She is trying to cause a collapse on you. Some of the stones did collapse and are crushing the shit out the skeletons, causing them to break apart. Angry Ghost will probably be after her. Angry Chinese Ghost will probably be after Glenn. It all works.
Was there anything interesting about the skeleton?
Not anymore.
It looked like it was probably dressed in some clothes and stuff, but now nobody can get to it because she was like, fuck this skeleton in particular. And blah, blah. Neat, you think? It wasn't Batman, though. The clothes that was dressed in, not Batman.
All right.
Okay.
Just quick FYI there.
So yeah, from here it's either cut our way through that or back up the waterfall.
All right. I'll try digging it out. You support me.
All right.
You're thinking you're not gonna have any luck. It's really bad here. You can try it anyway, but you're thinking you're fucked.
Skeleton?
Well,
Crap.
are you trying to rescue the skeleton? Probably fucked. Go ahead.
All right. Supporting roll. Fumble. You're at -10.
Good
Okay.
luck. We're all counting on you. As he's like, fuck this skeleton. You can see it now.
I like that idea, Dana. I'm going to join in on that one.
Well, maybe I think I see what I was doing wrong. Let me try it this way. And I did not make it, but I did not fumble.
Nope.
All right. Yeah, that skeleton is pretty much, if there's anything left aside from, just bone shards and whatever squished clothes and stuff it was wearing and shit, you'd be amazed. But anytime you try to dig out any rock, it's immediately filled up with more rock. You're worried that continuing here may cause a collapse.
All right. Fuck this crack.
Yeah.
Up the rope.
All right, you guys head back over to super slippery death waterfall. Roll climbs at +10, not to die horribly.
Success.
Oh,
There
no.
goes Glenn. All right.
Glenn fumbles. Yay.
No problem. Glenn, roll a d12 damage. I think you're going to be okay eventually. I'm just curious to see if you roll a 10 or higher, you get carried down the river, and then they got to go look for you.
I've got hero. I'll reroll. And I make
Oh, but it's only a death, River. You might have gotten sucked under the rocks and, be lost where there is no more.
Too late.
Yeah, well.
Error.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm not worried about people suffocating. You guys might actually pull through that. I died of suffocation 18 times. So you're back in a long tunnel around along the underground river with the sightless fish floating around. Which way would you like to go? Toward the stone gazebo or toward the long tunnel?
Gazebo to the curvy tunnel.
Right. Eventually, you come to a small climb down. It's only one story. The only problem is if you fall off of it, anything breakable like your gas detector and stuff may have a hard go. You guys could pretty much head dive off of it and in a few rounds, like 30 seconds or whatever, be absolutely fine. It's just your gear that you're trying to save.
Yep. All right.
So
Make it a climb.
simple climb rolls. Nobody's put up a rope or anything here because they don't like you.
No, we've got ropes if we want to
You
set one
do,
up.
but nobody seems to care. And
I
you've
feel
got
my
limited
climb
supply rope.
I fumble.
She does dive her right off of the fucking thing. She takes like a D12 damage, and go ahead and roll it. I'm just curious to see how much you take
D12.
because of your gear. Well, she's managed to do double damage to herself because it's a fumble.
I'm going to toss a player's choice for the reroll option.
Damn this cruel world. Why won't anybody just fall off the cliff and shatter all their equipment?
And I make it.
Well, I fell off the cliff.
You like falling off the cliff. Do you have, actually, you don't really have anything breakable on you. You don't have a gas detector and shit, do you?
I do.
Oh, no, I meant rock.
Oh.
I got the gas detector, yeah.
Go ahead and give me a luck roll at -30 for the gas detector. I'm curious to see if it's still alive or if you need a new one at some point.
Okay. Success.
Absolutely. In fact, a good hard jar is what it needs from time to time just to keep it on track. No problem. After the climb down, you guys go through a long tunnel, and eventually you come to something unusual. It's a really large, very round cavern with a really high roof, and like imagine like a bundt cake. You guys know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Now the hole in the middle, on top of the hole, seems to be a house. But there's absolutely, like where the wall is where the edge of the hole is. There's nothing like to grab on. And the only way to climb up there, you'd literally be upside down for part of the climb. But it looks like there's a house directly above you. Give me tracking rolls for what's directly below you.
The house is upside down?
No, the house is on top. Like a little crown, like if you were having if you had a ball and stuck a house on it, you're inside the ball looking up and the house is on top of the ball.
Crit tracking.
You found your own tracks going through here as well as people you were actually with and maybe some you weren't with, but
Also crit tracking.
No problem. You see the same stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying though with the description, Scott?
No.
Okay, if this toilet paper tube was the chamber you're in, and this part here is the tube going up, the house is right here on top.
All right. We can
Except
see
that the sides are much bigger.
Yeah.
through the bottom of it.
Yes, you are looking up through the bottom of the house. It appears to be an ordinary house that has no floor, only walls and a roof.
Yeah,
Who
we've
and
got
why
that.
built it here?
Right. We've got that marked off on the surface map. We got a GPS
Yeah, nobody's ever been there to the best of my knowledge, but you do know where it is on GPS.
Huh.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you were to put a fireman's pole in the house, it'd be a hell of a ride down.
Is there light up there?
Yeah, it's daytime, so light's coming through the windows and stuff.
Huh.
Yeah, that's how we got a signal.
Mm-hmm.
How high up is it?
You're going to guess probably 20, 30 meters. Pretty high. Past here, the tunnel continues on. Glenn seems baffled as to what is up with this fucking house. He just stands there staring at it, plotting and scheming on it.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, if you were to put any of those Chinese Boy Scouts into the house, they would probably fall to their death, unless they survive a 20 or 30 meter fall. Then they would be where you are now. Walking through the front door of this house, really dangerous. There's no edges, no floor, just a drop. It's unusual to build a house like that. It doesn't have a lot of resale value, is your guess.
Yeah.
Or termites get them floor, you know.
Yeah. Okay, there's another passage off of here.
Continues into Long Tunnel.
Okay.
Long Tunnel, eventually, you guys heading down Long Tunnel?
Yes.
Eventually, Long Tunnel goes to steep slope down, then goes to another long tunnel, and then eventually you guys reach a cavern filled with books, all of which have been ruined by water damage and just nasty stuff. And then there's like in the far end of the room is a pool of water. It looks like the room is kind of tilted, and you're at the shallow end of the swimming pool with no water. And then over there, deeper end of the swimming pool, water. There's even some books floating in the water. And you think you can see a skeleton under the water. Some of the books look as though they've been messed with, taken off shelves, tossed on the ground, stuff like that. Completely illegible, completely ruined.
Huh.
Do they look like they were expensive and old?
Yes.
How about any other telling markers like that around the room? Like if the skeleton has any rags on him or anything?
It looks like it's pretty much anything that was on it was dissolved long ago. You're going to guess that you're probably looking at something that over 100 years old, maybe, of water damage.
And it smells gross.
Totally. Totally. It reminds you a bit of your house.
That one didn't smell like blooming mold, probably.
True. Not yet. I'm sure that somebody will fucking set up a mold factory there later.
It's the hobby room.
Yeah. The RPCs are pretty horrible to live with. But I'm glad that you guys didn't put that stuff on her bed or set fire to it or wherever, because that would be a horrible retaliation. I would hate to imagine what would happen. So, continue on. You need to pretty much swim underwater to get out of this area. In the water with the body in it, the old skeleton and shit.
Yep.
Can we wade in the water and fish the skeleton out?
You can. Somebody's got waders. I know at least. Actually, I think everybody has waders. Great. You guys wade in and eventually get the skeleton out. It appears to be a normal human skeleton. Give me biology rolls to look at the hip bones and figure out what the fuck is up with it.
No.
Nope.
You're going to guess it's androgynous there with that roll, Dana.
I do like forensics and see if it has injuries or?
Sure. Give me. You're not in a really good place for it, but you're pretty much looking at the bones and stuff, looking for obvious injuries and stuff, or a knife lodged between two of them would be a real help right now.
No.
It's dead, Jim. It's dead.
Definitely dead.
So, who wants to swim under the water a bit?
I didn't come equipped for much.
There's a lot of fucked up obstacles down here, you're thinking.
Have you gone past here, Rock?
No, we were going to bring back some scuba gear.
Okay.
Not been through there. I don't know where that goes, and I don't like the idea of swimming into dark water without some kind of gear.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking take off a bunch of gear so it doesn't get ruined and light up
You could just paddle around in there and hopefully not die. I mean, it is really hard to kill you guys just through drowning, or if you do die, if somebody else can bring you back, then they'd probably get you restarted again.
Yeah. I'm going to fire up a glow stick and just toss it down at the end of the room.
Into the water or?
Into the water, just to see if we can see where it goes.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of glow sticks.
Yeah, it hits the water and then fucking floats there. God damn it. Yes, I've done this before. Fucking annoying glow sticks, you yell.
Okay.
God damn it.
In there.
I take off all my gear.
Right. Done. Are you going to get naked? Either that or your clothes get really wet. Like Dana from about here up, super wet. Like there's like the poncho hole and stuff. All the water that could get in there did.
Yeah,
everything
realistically,
else
it's pretty hard to swim even with like normal clothing on. So I'll strip down to my underwear.
Hey,
no
Glenn,
problem.
Let me tie this rope around you so I can pull you back.
Harder.
That's going to be hard to swim with.
Well.
I'll take a couple of glow sticks and...
There's one floating in the water over there.
Oh, I've got more.
Okay.
I brought my own.
Great.
And put them around my neck.
Great. You've got them on a little necklace of glow sticks. It's really hard to see now. You're kind of doing that. Jesus. Oh my God, it's bright.
And I go swimming.
No problem. It shows him wade into the water and his head goes under and all the glow sticks float up in front of his eyes. He's like, I'm blind. So no rope on you, right? When you start getting as long as you got forward momentum, the glow sticks don't float up and hit you in the fucking face. Okay. As soon as you stop, though, if you're upright, they do because they're trying to float up toward your face because it's annoying as shit.
I turn back.
All right.
And I take them off and I tie them to my wrists.
Oh, now that's much better there. Yes. Go ahead and give me a swim roll as you paddle underwater and attempt to go see the world underwater.
Just barely failed.
No problem. Eventually he comes paddling back and does a lot of gasping. It's just a little too far. You're not a super strong swimmer. Just a little too far. You're thinking cigarettes probably did this to you. And God, you could fucking murder for another one right now. You'd murder everybody for another cigarette right now because PIs like to smoke and drink all the time. And they constantly offer each other alcohol and cigarettes. And clients offer you alcohol and cigarettes because it's healthy.
Okay. I take a breather.
Great.
And then I try again.
Okay. Give me a swim roll -10 as you push it past your normal limits. to see if you can die. Or yes, you do. Okay, great. He doesn't come back ever. What do you guys do?
Not a fumble.
Not at all. It's like I said, it's too far from you. Oh, actually, do you have hold breath skill or anything like that? Or if you don't have breath control, then you can give me a con roll. Lower is better.
Yeah, I'll just re-roll the swim.
No, this is fine. You can make your con roll. Maybe you can hold your breath long enough to get somewhere else.
Would you like a reverse die, Glenn?
Ooh. Oh, he's already rolled something there.
Oh.
Damn. Otherwise, an odd 9 would have just, no problem.
Okay, failed by 18.
Too far. You hear faint laughter. Go ahead and give me that con roll now. I'm just curious to see if you can make it back before dying. It is a long way, you're thinking. It shows him swimming super slowly. Why?
Oh!
Shows him float up on his back. He hasn't come back, so what do you guys do?
All right, I strip down as well and go in to try and rescue him.
Aha! All
Do you
the men
still
are
have
now
your
dead.
horse?
It's your cave, Sheila.
I need to know if the horse stays on or not.
The horse stays on.
I'm afraid it seems to be worn in the most literal sense of the word, Sheila. It's not the kind of thing that...
How long can I wait and still re-roll here?
Oh, as soon as he gets in the water, then, just let him come and try to rescue you. Maybe he'll die, maybe not. Maybe you'll be okay because he can take out your body and try to get you restarted again. You're not dead. You haven't resurrected dead.
So I fire up a glow stick and try to swim.
I'm not going to risk it.
What?
I'm not going to risk it.
Oh, hold on a second, Russ, because your failure aside, he's trying to re-roll and shit. Oh, okay. So you swim down. Now, eventually you come to decision time, and it seems like a long way. You can either go up a slope, which takes you out into long tunnel, or you can go to the water comes up in a different direction where you need to climb up out of the water.